best PS5 games currently range from family-friendly adventures with fun mascot characters to third-person brawlers with gorgeous graphics. Whether you want an exciting showcase of the PS5's DualSense controller and its abilities or a new action-packed first-person shooter to play through, the PS5 has something for you. In today's video, I will be showing you the 11 best PS5 games that you can play right now. So before jumping into the video, if you haven't given your love to that subscribe button, make sure to do that. Let's jump into the video. On number 1 we have the Demon's Soul. One of the finest and most challenging games on PS3 returns with a fantastic ground-up remake in the form of the PS5's Demon's Souls from Blueprint Games and SIE Japan Studio. It debuted as a launch title for eager PS5 owners, featuring new rings, armor, weapons, and items called grants that grant temporary resistance to effects like poison or bleeding. Aside from several augments like these, as well as massive gameplay and graphical and visual improvements, the game included tweaks to the original as well as new features that fans of the old could appreciate and new players would be thrilled to explore. Demon's Souls is famously difficult with dark fantasy elements, frustrating battles, and fulfilling moments that feel like conquering the world when you complete them. It also incorporates multiplayer elements into its single-player game in an ingenious way. It's nothing like any other game you'll play on PS5, but it's worthy remake of a game that changed the way we would seek dark RPGs for years to come. On number 2 we have the Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is a continuation of Marvel's Spider-Man that follows Miles Morales, another hero who also found himself bitten by a genetically enhanced spider, giving him powers much like Peter Parker. As a fledgling hero, he is still learning the ins and outs of what it means to be the protector of the city. When Peter has to make his way overseas to assist girlfriend Mary Jane with news coverage as a photographer, Miles is left on his own to take over his duties as Spider-Man. It's an electric follow-up to Marvel's Spider-Man with new moves, missions, and perhaps the best hero this year. In Miles Morales that comics fans will enjoy every single moment of, especially thanks to its admirable performance on PS5. Miles Morales offers both a fidelity mode with immersive ray tracing for realistic reflections and lightning, and a performance mode for fluid 60 frames per second web swinging. On number 3 we have the Returnal. Returnal is one of the most niche games on this list. However, you are a fan of roguelikes, it may also be one of the best. Returnal is a punishing action-adventure game that casts you as a Selene, an astronaut who crash lands on an alien world and finds herself stuck in a time loop. As you explore the planet, you'll encounter all sorts of hostile flora and fauna, as well as records from previous versions of Selene who failed to scan. What sets Returnal apart from other action titles is that it's a roguelike. Whenever you die, you will return to your spaceship and lose just about everything you collected on your previous run. While this makes Returnal very tough, it also makes the game very satisfying, since each new run is procedurally generated and you never know if you'll find the perfect combination of gear and upgrades this time around. On number 4 we have the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The latest entry in the long-running Assassin's Creed series explores a previously untouched setting for its 20th major installment, 873 AD, or the Viking invasion of Britain. It follows a Viking raider named Ivar, who finds himself soon stuck in a conflict between the Templar Order and the Brotherhood of Assassins. This open-world adventure follows the familiar format of Assassin's Creed game past, as male or female Ivar take the fight to the Anglo-Saxon kingdom. There is a variety of activities to complete in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, including Viking rap battles in the form of fighting, naval combat, settlements, and conquest battles. It is an expansive title with plenty of challenge players with, and it feels particularly great on PS5. On number 5 we have the Astros Playroom. Every PS5 comes with a copy of Astros Playroom as a pack-in title. Much like Nintendo opted to include Wii Sports and its Wii console, Sony includes a pre-installment Astros Playroom with every system, and it was definitely the right decision to do so. This delightful platforming game follows Astro. This delightful performing game follows Astro, the same sprightly little robot with PSVR's Astrobot Rescue Mission, as he explores the indus of the PlayStation 5 across several unique worlds. This upbeat, infectiously happy adventure lets you explore a variety of unique areas themed around different parts of the PS5, all while trying out various features of the DualSense controller. Astro uncovers over 60 different cameos from throughout the whole of PlayStation's history, as well as nods to Sony's console and its storied illustrations over the years. It's a 6-hour game that's also a simple platinum to achieve, but it will keep a smile on your face from the moment you turn on the PS5 until the game ends. Coming up next, on number 6 we have the Dirt 5. One of the first racing titles on PS5 is a worthy entry in the Colin McRae Rally series. The 14th, in fact, in the form of Dirt 5, is also the Dirt game for players following the series, and its first foray into next generation is well worth jumping into. Even if you're more of a Mario Kart or Forza fan, these off-road racing bonanza has you following a variety of different race disciplines, including ice racing and off-roading. Events take place in locations from China to New York City, with no shortage of different areas to race in. There's also a car for everyone, whether you are into 80s rally cars to super lights or unlimited. You have got regular cars, buggies, beetles, and trucks to contend with, all lovingly rendered and looking absolutely fantastic. Dirt 5 is the best the series has been, and offers a substantial amount of driving for anyone even remotely interested in this sport. There's plenty to do and see here, and it's an excellent game even for those new to the series. On number 7 we have the Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. The story of the demonic Sparta family continues in one of the best entries in the Devil May Cry series since its inception. The game originally debuted last generation but returns as a next generation exclusive that adds the villainous Virgil as a playable character alongside a series of new games and seriously impressive performance and aesthetic related upgrades. Playing as Dante, Nero and V offer 3 unique playstyles in this buffet of magnificent hack and slash battles set to electronica and heavy metal. Adding Virgil to the mix adds new content to play through as well as a way to enjoy his alternative playstyle. With ray tracing options, 120 frames per second performance mode and the new Bloody Palace and legendary Dark Knight modes, the special edition of DMC5 offers plenty of new ways for players to experience these modern classics. Coming up next we have the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The latest entry in the Call of Duty series is just as explosive as ever. The single-player campaign is akin to watching an action-packed Hollywood blockbuster, and it's set during the Cold War in the 80s. It follows a group of agents assigned to follow an individual known as Qasim Javedi and Arash Khadivar for their participation in the Iran hostage crisis. It turns out that Perseus was responsible for making the crisis happen before he was executed. President Ronald Reagan organizes a task force with Black Ops to find Perseus, including an agent known as Bell. That players take on the role of. As Bell, a story unfolds that shifts into trippy, Jacob's Ladder-like territory for one of the most engrossing Call of Duty stories in years. Moreover, the zombie mode returns with a story that follows the Tag der Toten continuity. This is the first shooter you will want to play on PS5, and it's well worth every second of your time. Next we have the Godfall. The PlayStation 5 gets a console exclusive action RPG in the form of Godfall, and it does not disappoint. Set in a fantasy world with 5 different realms of earth, fire, water, air and spirits. Players take on the role of a member of the Knights in order to prevent the apocalypse from occurring, with 5 different armored sets to choose from based on the variety of weather plates. Players can opt to master the dual blades, two-handed great sword and long sword. What's more, Godfall offers both single-player options as well as co-op with drop-in drop-out modes that encourages users to play as little or as long as they like and then jump out. That makes it a great candidate for small groups to try out their PS5 and see what it has to offer. On number 10 we have the Pathless. Giant Squid managed to create something simultaneously breathtaking and beautiful with the Pathless, a third-person action adventure where players control the hunter, tasked with lifting the curse on a massive island. The hunter is a master archer who must use her talents as well as her pointed bow and arrow skills in a bit of navigate the land while searching for a way to bring peace back to the world. Players must keep an eye on her dash meter and keep it refilled by shooting at talismans found throughout the world. Her eagle companion can carry her short distance as well, which occasionally helps her to explore new areas. The Pathless is a consistently exciting journey that brings to mind other titles from Giant Squid, like its previous title Abzu, and it will test players in ways they are not expecting. It's also beautiful and grandiose, with a climax that will have players doing double tags at the game's ingenuity. Despite it all, it remains accessible and highly playable. And on number 11th we have the Segboy A Big Adventure. The spirit of Little Big Planet returns on PS5 with Sackboy A Big Adventure. This spin-off follows Sackboy as he takes part in a series of 3D platforming levels to explore a wide world made of various materials. This platformer is a jovial good time that not only allows for single-player adventuring, but Sumo Digital created a joyous time for up to 4 people to play together. It may no longer feature the level creation tools Little Big Planet is known for, but at its core it includes delightful level design and plenty to see and enjoy. With plenty of collectibles to hover up, a combination of music and exploration, and Sackboy's various costumes to uncover, Sack A Big Adventure is an amalgam of everything we loved about Little Big Planet and more. Thank you for being with us till the end of the video. I hope you have liked the list this time. If you're new on this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button in order to be updated for the next amazing cool videos. Stay tuned and stay blessed.